Can I sit here? Or
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. No problem.
Well, we welcome everybody in here on AudioSportsOnline.com. For those of you tuned in tonight for our first basketball broadcast of 2015-16 season, I'm Rob Kendall, our play-by-play man for our first game this evening. Lex Zorn will join me momentarily. Most of our broadcasts this year will be JV varsity doubleheaders. In fact, we thought all of them would be. However, tonight a little bit different as the JV is actually in another gymnasium due to this six-tuple header, I guess you'd call it, Lex. So we will be bringing you the girls' game tonight before the boys' varsity action, and then we will, of course, simulcast that broadcast as well on AudioSportsOnline.com this evening. And so those of you who are tuning in, the girls now on the floor. We just had our freshman game. It went a little bit long, which is why there was a delay in getting this broadcast to you. So, Leck, all sorts of things are different tonight, but the fact is we're back here broadcasting high school basketball.
Yeah, it's great to be back here at Plainfield. You know, football season just wrapped up a few weeks ago. The Quakers had an injury-plagued season, but still had a lot of great moments, and especially with the adversity they played through. Now the girls' team off to an outstanding start, 6-0, and ranked number 10 here in the state. And what a great way to start off the basketball season here the day before Thanksgiving with this boys-girls varsity doubleheader. And as you mentioned, we got the JV games going on in other gyms here. So with all the games here, you know, like $5 or so admission price, you're getting a lot of bang for your buck if you come out here tonight. And, you know, of course, later on we're going to have the boys game, Plainfield looking to, you know, end a streak of 6 consecutive losing seasons. They've gotten better each of the last 3 years. And last year they had a lot of close losses, ended up losing by only an average of 9 points a game. But you know, this year they returned their entire starting lineup. So they should, you know, all the experience that those guys have under their belts, they should be able to get over that hump this year and make a good run toward the playoffs. But you know, first we got this got the girls' game here. Plainfield, as I said, enters the game 6-0. Their opponent, the arch rival Avon Orioles, team just 5 miles up the road here in Hendricks County, off to a rough start, 0-4. So obviously, if you're Kurt Binge, the legendary head coach of the Lady Quakers, you know, you have to be making sure your girls don't get overconfident and that they come to play. As we see Plainfield lining up with the candy striped pants, who are best associated with IU basketball. So good to see the Quakers are getting in on the action too. That's certainly something that a lot of us associate with the glory days of the Bob Knight era.
And again, for those of you who are tuning in tonight, normally we'll be bringing you JV varsity doubleheaders. However, this evening it will be a girls and boys varsity doubleheader. And I'll tell you what, Leck, we've got some great sponsors this year that are making our Plainfield broadcast possible. So we're going to step aside for just a moment and thank them who are bringing not only our broadcast of the Avon girls game and our JV games possible, but also our simulcast tonight on WYRZ Radio. So we will step aside, take a quick pause, let you hear from them, and then we'll be back with more of our pregame show here on AudioSportsOnline.com. Offering Mexican food in Plainfield, Indy, and Avon since 2013. They're located at 140 Perry Road in Plainfield. Hendricks County Estate Buyers, on the corner of Odell and East Main Street in Brownsburg, buys gold, silver, coins, and more. They also deal in complete estate and household liquidations. More information can be found at HendricksCountyEstateBuyers.com or by calling Justin at 286-3652. Impact Restoration, providing restoration for fire, flood, wind, and hail damage. Their phone number is 268-6375. Prestwick Pet Sitters has provided in-home pet care for over 20 years in Plainfield, Avon, and Danville. Their website is PrestwickPetSitters.com, and phone number is 745-9900. Raymond's Alignment Service, auto and truck repair center since 1995, is located at 3828 Clarks Creek Road in Plainfield. Their phone number is 838-7112. Rockstar Pizza is located at 922 East Main Street in Brownsburg. Their phone number is 858-1188. Rockstar Pizza has pizzas, oven-baked subs, wings, salads, and more. A menu can be found at their website, rockstarpizza.net. Rockstar Pizza is a proud supporter of Hendricks County High School basketball. Stoops Buick and GMC in Plainfield on Highway 267 is also a proud supporter of this Plainfield basketball broadcast. Westside Plumbing, Heating, and Air offers residential heating and air conditioning maintenance, repair, and replacement. Their phone number is 445-8399. More information can be found at westsideplumbing.net. Westside Plumbing, Heating, and Air is a supporter of WYRZ Community Radio. For more, Wings Etc. is located at 1818 East Main Street in Plainfield. Their menu can be seen at wingsetc.com. Their phone number is 406-3250. All right, well, we welcome everybody back here on Audio Sports Online. I'm Rob Kendall, along with our play-by-play man for the evening, Lex Zorn, as we're getting ready for the first of a doubleheader tonight. Normally, we'll be bringing you varsity and junior varsity doubleheaders, but because of the unique nature of the night before Thanksgiving game, there's like 6 games going on tonight, so our doubleheader will feature the girls first, then the boys. And so we do remind those of you who tune in expecting to see the JV. They switched things up on us. Didn't tell us beforehand, so that's why you're getting the girls' game tonight. We're in one gym, and the girls and boys play in the same gym. It would have been impossible for us to get from the auxiliary gym back over to the varsity gym and set up in time to do our simulcast and everything else that we're doing. So that's the plan tonight, and we do bring back in our play-by-play announcer for the evening, Lex Zorn. And Lex, I'll tell you what, play-by-play for our first game this evening, Lex Zorn. Lex, it's just exciting to have high school basketball back in action, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it sure is. You know, that's one thing. You know, when about high school sports, when you're a fan, you got those agonizingly long off seasons. You know, it's about 9 months really from the championship games until the new season starts. So, you know, and of course, actually, it's not so bad on the girls' side because the girls start their season a few weeks earlier since they don't have football. In fact, you know, tonight is game number 7 for the girls. It'll be game number 1 for the boys. You know, some of the basketball players are also on the football team. Just wrapped up their season this month and, you know, went straight into basketball. But these girls have been playing for the better part of a month now in this season. Their first game was all the way back on November the 3rd. They're 6-0. They've only had one close game. That was a 2-point win over Brownsburg. Their average margin of victory this season has been 16 points, very solid. Like I said, they are ranked number 16 in the state. They're playing against an Avon team that comes into this game having been struggling. They are off to an 0-4 start. Their losses, however, have not generally been by wide margins. They had a loss of only 2 points to Terre Haute South, and their largest margin of defeat was last Friday at Zionsville by 17 points. So they haven't been exactly getting blown out. So if you're Kurt Binge, the legendary Lady Quakers coach, in his 21st season, you definitely have to be guarding against overconfidence of your players. You don't want them to think, hey, we're 6-0, ranked number 10 in the state. We're playing this team that's we're playing this team that's 0-4, so it's going to be an easy win. You know, you can bet that the Lady Orioles are entering this game hoping to get a win here over a ranked team, you know, and an arch rival, and, you know, enter the Thanksgiving break on a high note. And, you know, especially since they're going to be out of action for a week after tonight. So, you know, if they were to get a win tonight and, you know, be able to sit on this for a week and feel good about it, that would certainly give them some momentum going ahead in the season. Whereas meanwhile, the Lady Quakers trying to improve to 7-0. They've been a consistently winning team under Kurt Binge. He has a record of 307 wins, 150 losses in his 21st season. Won a little over 2/3 of his games. Has struggled in the postseason. The Lady Quakers have not won a sectional in 10 years now, trying to get over that hump. Just like, you know, the boys, are also going to be trying to get over hump this season to break a string of 6 consecutive losing seasons. But right now we've got 11 minutes here on the game clock. We've got fans still filing in, should be filing in steadily for about the next hour and a half. And, it's I know that this is a little bit different for us since we're mainly going to be doing junior varsity doubleheaders, but it's really nice to have this boys-girls varsity doubleheader because, a lot of times, the girls' games take places on, like weeknights and then on Saturday afternoons when, you don't really get prime crowds. So it'll be nice to get, this top 10 team, again, in front of a large crowd tonight. And hopefully a lot of the fans who show up will really appreciate, the quality of this girls' team and, get out and support.
And that's a good point, Like, and again, we do want to repeat to everybody who is tuning in, expecting to see our JV game. They do things a little bit differently tonight or have done things a little bit differently tonight. There are several games going on in the auxiliary gym just across the way, and the JV is one of those games. They put the girls and the boys in the same gym tonight. That is very rare that they do that. Unfortunately, there would be no way that we could get from the auxiliary gym back over here in time to get everything set up and do the broadcast and also do the simulcast with the radio station. So going to bring you the girls game first tonight for those of you tuning in, but we do plan to bring you JV games throughout the first of the year, or throughout the rest of the year, I should say, before our varsity games here on AudioSportsOnline.com. The other cool thing this year, Leck, quite a few of these games will be simulcast on WYRZ Radio 98.9 FM. And if you want to see that list of games, you can log on to their website, wyrz.org. And only the boys broadcast tonight simulcast, but we will have quite a few Plainfield games, I think 3 or 4 before the season's over, simulcast this year on 98.9 FM WYRZ.
Yes, and of course we'll have all 10 Plainfield varsity home games, boys varsity home games, here on Audio Sports Online as well. So you got the entire home schedule, and hope you'll get out to some of the away games. Most of them, if not all of them, are within 30, 40-minute drive. Like, for example, these two schools, Plainfield and Avon, just 5 miles apart. We already see a few dozen Avon fans across the gym from us with their gold and black. And, it's always great to see the fans, the real serious diehard fans who travel to the road games. And, of course, sometimes if you're a small school in a real rural area, a lot of your road games are an hour, 2 hours away. But here in Metro Indianapolis, most of the travel times are very small. So I certainly cordially invite you all to get out and support these kids on the road. And Plainfield after tonight, they're going to be out of action for a whole week, and then a week from tonight, they will visit Indianapolis Cathedral. Of course, the Fighting Irish, no matter what sport you are, they're always a state championship contender. So that's going to be a tough game, and then the girls return home a week from Friday. That's December 4th against the Whiteland Warriors, a rival here in the Mid-State Conference. And then 4 days later on Tuesday, December 8th, they'll also be at home against the Lebanon Lady Tigers. So definitely, still a lot of action here, a lot of home games left after tonight.
Well, I was going to say, if you want to run down there and get some starters, we can do that. Or if you just want to get them when they come out. Yeah,
I'll just get them when they come out. But
the band is here. They've now started playing.
Yeah, it's one thing about bands in basketball. They less likely they're going to, since they don't do the marching shows, less likely that they're going to cause interference in the game, like they did with that legendary Cal Stanford game 33 years ago, amazingly.
And we do want to take a moment to thank the fine folks with the Parents Club at Plainfield who set all this up and made this possible, including Clint Crawford, as well as Andy Weaver, the head coach of the Plainfield Quakers. These broadcasts again this year would not be possible if they had not elected to step up. So thank you very much to them for doing that. And, boy, I'll tell you what, it's just exciting to be back in the swing of things here on AudioSportsOnline.com.
Yeah, it is. I just wonder when I'm going to get my honorary Plainfield diploma. Since I've done so many of their games now, I feel like, like I'm an alum. But nevertheless, it's always great to get down here to Plainfield. They got great facilities, baseball, football, basketball, softball. It's a great athletic department, a lot of real classy individuals. And it's a great program that consistently wins in a lot of sports. The girls, they've been winning consistently for 15, 20 years now. The boys won the 1999 Class 3A state championship. The football team has been a consistent winner under Coach Brian Woodard for the last 10 years. Put a lot of players in college. Put one player, James Hurst, in the NFL. He's an offensive lineman for the Baltimore Ravens. And so it's just great to see the way that this program has grown along with the community. The population of Plainfield actually increased from 1990 to 2010, and just that 20-year span went from about 9,000 to just under 30,000. And the school in that time has really emerged as one of the most underrated programs here in Central Indiana. They don't get the press that Ben Davis or Carmel or Warren Central or Cathedral, some of the others do, but they across the board field some very competitive teams and put a lot of players in college. So now we're down to 4:34 here on the pregame clock, and we've got the Avon Lady Orioles already out here warming up. The Lady Quakers were out warming up a few minutes ago. Now they've gone to the locker room for some last-minute instructions from their head coach Kurt Binge, so they should be entering the gym, re-entering the gym any moment to a nice ovation. We already have several hundred fans here in attendance, and that's certainly going to increase over the next hour and a half or so as the fans file in to see the season opening game for the boys, and will be treated to one of the top girls teams in the state. Like I said, Plainfield enters this game with a record of 6-0. And only one close game in the sixth. Their average margin of victory is 16 points. And what's even more exciting, if you're a Plainfield fan, is that it's a relatively young team. We only have two seniors on the whole squad, Kendall Spears and Kia Farrell. It's mainly a junior-dominated team, as well as a couple of sophomores with Samantha Ollinger and Indira Peters. So, as good as the Lady Quakers, and now they enter the court now. And this was the band plays the Maroon 5 new classic, Moves Like Jagger, but I think they ought to switch to the school song here in a second.
Well, and again, we do remind everybody tuning in that might be expecting to see the JV game tonight. It is, we'll be bringing you a girls-boys doubleheader this evening due to the JV being in the other gymnasium, so that accounts for why we had the change on that. And don't forget, if you are tuning in, we are going to simulcast tonight our broadcast on the varsity game, the boys varsity game, on 98.9 FM WYRZ. And so if you know somebody in the Hendricks County area that may be out and about and can't get to a computer or a smartphone, you can tell them that they can listen on the radio dial at 98.9 FM or the Central Indiana area, WYRZ. But that's the boys' game. This is the girls' game first.
Yeah, and, you're in for a real treat. If you've never seen the Plainfield girls before, now's a good time to start. They're ranked number 10 in the state. They enter the game at 6-0. And they're almost a month into the season now and look like a team that's primed to make a deep postseason run. And like I said, only two seniors on this team, so as good as they are now, they should be even better a year from now. And meanwhile, Avon, the Lady Orioles, enter the game at 0-4, but having been largely very competitive, throughout their games. They've just been on the short end of some close ones, and you can bet they're going to get quite a few wins before the season is over. But now we only a minute 15 to go here in the pregame, so we're anxiously awaiting the start now. And like I said earlier, it's great that these girls are getting a chance to play in front of a primetime audience here. It's the night before Thanksgiving, which traditionally has been a kickoff date for a lot of the boys teams here in the state, so we should have a really nice crowd. Just about everybody's off of work tomorrow, so those people who aren't traveling for Thanksgiving, a lot of them are going to be here tonight. We have decent weather outside, so we've had highs in the 50s for a lot of the week, so no weather to keep anybody home. We've recovered nicely from that unexpected first snow of the season last week. And so now we got 20 seconds left here on the clock, and we should be pausing momentarily for the national anthem. So anyway, and I assume that, since this is a varsity game, I assume they will play with the 8-minute quarters, even though this is a doubleheader, but we shall see. And there we have the buzzer. So now your starting lineups and national anthem are coming at you momentarily.
At this time, would everyone please rise and gently remove your hats as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem by 7th grade Avon Middle School South student Megan Harrington.
Well, thank you for that very nice rendition of the national anthem. I did not catch her name, but she did a very, very good job. A lot better than Leslie Nielsen of the Naked Gun, especially.
I always thought they should let old Leslie Nielsen come back and fire an encore out there.
yeah, that would have been something to see. Sequels are often very disappointing, but that would have been entertaining. And speaking of sequels, I just saw the new Rocky spinoff Creed last night. That's a sequel that doesn't disappoint. That's
you were very excited about that.
Yes. Ryan Coogler, one of the great young directors, really made a sports movie for the ages. So I definitely recommend it to everybody, a fan of the series or not. It's a great movie, not only about boxing but about life. So anyway. And now they've just introduced the Lady Orioles. Now they're introducing the Lady Quakers, who will try to keep the season perfect at 7-0. So it's now and they do put 8 minutes on the scoreboard, so this will be a full-length varsity game, as I thought it would. But this is only actually the second boys-girls doubleheader I've ever done. The first one actually came 3 years ago up at Noblesville when they were playing Hamilton Southeastern. That was back when when the Hamilton Southeastern boys had Zach Irvin, now at Michigan, and the girls had Taya Reimer, now at Notre Dame. So a lot of real star power that night. But now the Lady Quakers take out to the center court, getting ready to start this game. Starting lineup, we've got Blakely Schurig, Kendall Spears, Kia Farrell, and let's see who else do they have in there. I'm trying to see from my vantage point. Although we do have a nice spot here, up at the top of the gym. But all right, and now the tip. We've got Farrell against, and it's controlled by the Lady Quakers. Bring it up. Castile has the ball. She hands it off over to Blakely Schurig. And now Castile has it over on the right perimeter. And pitches inside to Riley Blackwell, who lays it in. So Plainfield opens the scoring here in the first 20 seconds here. And now Avon will bring it up, handling the ball for the Lady Orioles. Now we've got the center, Katarina Hopkins, and we've got a foul against the Orioles. Could not tell what that was. So let me see who that is. So that will be on Leah Bode for the Orioles. And now Blakely Schurig will bring it up for the Lady Quakers. And she handles the ball in the backcourt, pitches over to Kayla Castile, puts up a three, no good. And Avon comes away with the rebound. So now the Orioles bring it up, and the Camille Van, the point guard, drove all the way in and drew the foul. So she will be going to the line for two. 7 minutes to go, exactly 1 minute into this game. Your Lady Quakers lead by a score of 2-0. And the first free throw is good for Camille Van. She's a junior, 5'8". And her second free throw is up, and it is also good, so we are tied at 2, just a little over a minute into this game, day before Thanksgiving. And now Schurig has it for the Lady Quakers, pitches over to Castile. Now down on the baseline to Kia Farrell, inside to, and now it's knocked out of bounds to Avon. The Lady Orioles trying to stay in this game, trying to avoid getting down early. 6:38 to go, first quarter. Your 10th ranked Lady Quakers have a 2-2 tie. So now the ball inbounds to Leah Bode. Now back to Camille Van, who brings it up, and guarded by Schurig. Now she takes it over to the perimeter. Now tries to take it inside and slices in between three defenders and scores. So Camille Van, great start, 4 points, and the Lady Orioles take an early lead, 4-2. So now Kia Farrell with the ball. She pitches it inside, but it is stolen away and now brought up, and that is can't tell who. Okay, that is Sarah Shelley for the Orioles, and we've got a foul now. And both teams now going over to the sidelines.
Well,
so,
let's take a moment and just welcome everybody in that might have been expecting to see our JV game tonight. If you were, the reason you're seeing the girls varsity contest is they're playing before the boys. There's like 6 games going on tonight. JV in the auxiliary gym, so with us broadcasting the boys varsity game after this, we're bringing you the girls game instead of the regular JV game, which you'll normally see here on AudioSportsOnline.com. Also want to remind everybody that the the varsity game will be simulcast on 98.9 WYRZ tonight whenever it does begin. So, Lek, timeout's over. Back to you, buddy.
Yeah, it's great to have FM, basketball, on the air here in Hendricks County. That's an exciting new development for the athletic programs here in the county. We've got quite a few great schools here. And now for Avon, we've got Sarah Shelley inbounding the ball to Camille Van, the point guard, who has all 4 Avon points tonight. She's guarded by Schurig. Now pitches over to, who was that? That was Bailey Wool, and Avon has a surprising 4-point lead here in the early going, 6-2. So now shot fake there, and it's up and off the rim there by Kendall Spears.
And put back up and in that time.
By Riley Blackwell. She has all 4 points now for the Lady Quakers. And now aggressive defense there, but they go for the steal but don't quite get it. And now we have the Avon player tripped, and see, looks like we have a jump ball. The possession arrow does favor Avon.
Let's kind of recap who's on the floor right now, Lek. We've got for your Quakers, we've got Castile, Schurig, number 24 Blackwell, 20 is Farrell, and 14 is Kendall Spears.
Yes, so now 6-4 game. Blackwell has all 4 Avon points. And now Camille Van with the ball. She's very athletic, 5'8". She comes off a screen, pitches over on to the left perimeter, but it is stolen there. Nice job there by Blackwell. And she brings it down, and now three-pointer by Castile, and no good. And it is rebounded there by Avon, and Van will bring it up now. Pitches over to Shelley, who puts up a 3, and it is off the rim, no good. Rebound by Plainfield, and Schurig will bring it up. 4:31 to go now, and we got a three-pointer, but we got a travel, so they're saying she traveled first.
4:28 left to play in the first quarter. 6-4 the score. The Quakers lead the visiting Avon Orioles.
Yeah, so definitely a slow start to Plainfield. You got to give Avon credit. They clearly came to play. Undoubtedly the underdog, 0-4 against a ranked 6-0 team. But so far they have a 2-point advantage nearly halfway into this first quarter as Van brings it up. And pitches inside. And the ball is knocked away, though. So now Castile will bring it up and pitches to Ollinger, who banks a shot that just misses. So now Van will bring it up again for the Orioles as we hit the 4-minute mark here in the first quarter. Avon leading 6-4. Van turns around, drives puts up a hook shot, no good. Air ball. We got the loose ball, and it goes out of bounds to Plainfield. It was off Shelley, who was trying to save it. So 3:50 to go, first quarter. Schurig brings it up for the Quakers. Pitches now over to Kendall Spears, one of the only 2 seniors on this team. Now Blackwell takes it. It's off the rim, though, and no good. But the loose ball is picked up by Castile, who pitches it inside to Blackwell. It's knocked over to Spears, who gives it to and who was that who knocked it in, Rob?
I believe that was, we'll get a confirmation, try to get a confirmation at halftime. I don't want to be incorrect.
Yeah. Okay, all right, no problem.
So for those of you at home, the way we have it set up, I am the cameraman, so I have an eye through the camera at all times.
So now Van with the ball down at the baseline, now takes it over to the top of the key. And 2:58 to go now. Avon still by 2. Ollinger playing tough defense now. And we've got a foul as the ball was thrown into
that was number 32.
Ariana Rogers for Avon.
Wholesale substitutions coming in for both teams. 5 new players entering the ball game for the Quakers coming in. It was number 30.
Yeah, that was Blackwell. Yes, so Blackwell, Riley Blackwell with all 6 Lady Quaker points so far. 2:50 to go now. The ball into Rogers, and she puts it up off the inbounds, no good. And now she gets a rebound, puts it up and in. So Ariana Rogers with her first points of the game, and Avon goes back in front 8-6. So now Plainfield with the ball. Olinger has it on the left perimeter, throws it back to now Schurig has it, throws it over to Blackwell on the right perimeter. She throws an errant pass, and it is stolen by Leah Bode. Van will bring it up again, gives it to Shelley, puts it inside to Rogers, who puts it up, and it is blocked, but goes out of bounds to Avon. So, a wild and woolly game here in the early going. A lot of turnovers, a few errant passes, so that's certainly something that Coach Binge will be working on in the locker room. So now Van with a three-pointer, and it is off the back of the rim, rebounded by Rogers. And we got a foul on the rebound.
That was kind of a ticky-tack foul there, Leck. They've let seems like they've let more than that go so far tonight, but the officials, they're the only people that matter, and they said it was a foul.
Yeah, so 8-6, Avon leads, 1:58 to go, first quarter. Here, Game 7 of the season for Avon. Again, they're ranked number 10 in the state with a 6-0 record, playing their arch rival, the Avon Orioles. Again, these schools separated by a mere 5 miles here in Hendricks County. Avon, a great program. What a great football season they just came off of, making it all the way to the semifinals. And now the inbounds pass is stolen, so the Lady Quakers will bring it down. Blackwell throws over to Samantha Melton. Now Delaney Kindle puts up a three, no good, rebounded by Avon. It was Kelsey Dishman came up with it, gives it to Van, who takes it over to the left perimeter, now hands off, and a three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Blackwell, who's got a fast break, but it's knocked away to Avon. So 1:24 to go here, a very fast-paced first quarter. Once again, there are only 8-minute quarters here in high school ball. Your score here in the early going, Avon 8, Plainfield 6.
Now, it is Jersey night at the stadium. All the students I saw on Twitter were encouraged to wear their favorite jersey.
And we got the game tied now. Katarina Hopkins hit a jumper from around the free throw line to tie it at 8. The first player other than Blackwell to score for Plainfield tonight.
Wrong team, like that was Peters.
Yes, you're right. And Rogers, meanwhile, gets another 2 for the Lady Orioles. And now, so a three-pointer now, no good there by Castile.
And number 33 for Plainfield, Melton, got away with a shuffle of the feet there. They didn't call it. Nice hustle by the Lady Quakers off the rebound to tie that ball up. 10-8, Plainfield trails Avon. 46.3 seconds to go in the first quarter.
A very competitive game, a little sloppiness, but very. It's been close. Teams never separated by more than 2 points. So now the inbounds pass to Spears. Now gives it over to, and we got a missed jump shot there by Castile. So now Van will bring it up. 32 seconds to go in the quarter. She tries to take it away all herself, but loses control over it, and. Samantha Melton gets it for Plainfield, brings it up, and now throws over to Blackwell, who gets, and we got Shurgis from the top of the key missing a three, and now with 13 seconds left, got Blackwell gives it over to Spears, and it's knocked away out of bounds to Avon with 6 seconds left in the quarter. So Kelsey Dishman will inbounds. Throws it to Camille Van in the backcourt. 5 seconds, so we got a struggle for the loose ball. It's a jump ball, and the possession arrow favors Avon. So with 3.7 seconds left, Dishman will once again inbounds the ball. Finds a wide open, and it's intercepted and given to Shurgis, who, but it's knocked away, and no, they didn't get a shot off.
Well, let's pause. Let's thank our sponsors. 10-8, our score. We're through one quarter of play, and girls varsity basketball action here on audiosportsonline.com. El Cerrito, offering Mexican food in Plainfield, Indy, and Avon since 2013. They're located at 140 Perry Road in Plainfield. Hendricks County Estate Buyers, on the corner of Odell and East Main Street in Brownsburg, buys gold, silver, coins, and more. They also deal in complete estate and household liquidations. More information can be found at HendricksCountyEstateBuyers.com or by calling Justin at 286-3652. Impact Restoration, providing restoration for fire, flood, wind, and hail damage. Their phone number is 268-6375. Presswick Pet Sitters has provided in-home pet care for over 20 years in Plainfield, Avon, and Danville. Their website is PresswickPetSitters.com, and phone number is 745-9900.
Plainfield, well, back here at Plainfield, we're ready to start the second quarter. Your Avon Orioles being surprisingly competitive. They lead their undefeated and 10th-ranked Lady Quakers 10-8. Now Shurgis has the ball to start the quarter. Throws over to Blackwell, hits the baseline jumper. She has 8 points, 8 of the 10, and we are tied at 10. So 7:42 to go here, second quarter. Plainfield trying to preserve its perfect season. And now Camille Van tries to save an errant pass, but it goes out of bounds to the Lady Quakers, who are trying to get back on top. Their only lead of the game has been 2-0. Neither team's been had more than a 2-point lead so far. So now Castile has the ball down at the baseline, gives it over to, and she puts up a three, no good. And
that was 14. That was Spears.
Yeah, and rebounded by Sarah Shelley. Gives it over to Van. 7:12 to go here, second quarter. And now Shelley with the ball on the right perimeter, inside to Rogers. Posts up, puts it up, and she travels.
Yeah, that was a good call. Plainfield's got away with a couple travels so far in this game, Leck, but they called that one on Avon, and Plainfield's just fine with that.
Yeah. Ariana Rogers, by the way, has 4 points, tying for the lead with the Lady Orioles. So now Shurgis has the ball now inside to Castile, who drives but pitches back out to Blackwell, but we've got a whistle here with 6:49 to go. The Lady Quakers tied with the Lady Orioles at 10.
You know, basketball's interesting, Leck. The varsity games always start at the same time, but varsity during football season, but basketball games, you never know when they're going to start.
Yeah, that's true. It's part of the charm. But anyway, Blackwell takes on the inbounds pass, and she travels.
6:45 left to play in the first half. We are tied at 10 here on audiosportsonline.com. Again, for those of you tuning in, expecting to perhaps see JV action, they switched it up on us tonight. Girls playing before the boys, JV over in the auxiliary gym, so you're getting girls varsity basketball action.
Yes, indeed, and very good girls varsity basketball action. We got a top 10 team here with your Lady Quakers. Not only top 10 team, but undefeated team is 6-0, trying to make it 7-0. But they're being given a run for their money by the Lady Orioles. We're tied here at 10-10 in the quarter, and you got to give Avon credit. 0-4 coming in, playing a 6-0 team, but they came to play. So now Van takes the inbounds pass, brings it up. 6:40 to go here. And so now passes over to Bailey Wool, scored a basket earlier. And now it's stolen there and thrown up to Castile. Gives it over to Kendall Spears. So that's Spears missed. But who was it? Was it? Oh, yeah, because it was Kia Farrell who tipped it in to give the Quakers the lead back, and now we've got a whistle there.
Going to get a foul on the Quakers, a little bumping foul there. 6:05 to play, first half, 12-10 in favor of Plainfield.
And I apologize for my unfamiliarity. I just found out right when I got here we were doing the girls varsity instead of the boys JV, so had very little time to prepare to get to know this roster, but I'll do the best I can, and your Lady Quakers have only their second lead of the game, 12-10 with 6:03 to go here in the quarter. And Van being double-teamed now, and she gets it away, but we've got a whistle. 5:57 to go. And Avon takes a timeout, a 30-second timeout, trailing 12-10. They're trying to stay in this game. Neither team has ever trailed by more than 2.
Well, and again, those of you tuning in tonight, our boys' game will follow this. We'll have the live broadcast of that, the video webcast. You can watch that. Also, will be simulcast on audiosportsonline.com, on WYRZ 98.9 as well as audiosportsonline.com.
And every here any way you want it by Journey, just announced the other day as the Carb Day headliner next year for the 100th Indianapolis 500. So it's be exciting to have Journey come to town again as we get set to resume play here. And now we've got Sarah Shelley set to inbounds. She throws it into Van. And now who's guarded by Schurig. No, I'm sorry, by Olinger. And now give the ball over to Shelley at the top of the key. And now Van has it, pitches it in, and it's knocked away, though. She threw it in, and now it's knocked out of bounds to Avon. She tried to get it on Leah Bode, who's the tallest player on either team, listed as 6'3" and only a junior. So you can bet she's going to attract some college interest. Nobody else on the second tallest listed player on Avon is Rogers at 5'11". Blackwell is Plainfield's tallest player at 6'1". And now the inbounds pass knocked into the backcourt, but Van maintains control. Throws over to Shelley. Back over to Van. As she dribbles, moves over to the left perimeter. Now takes it inside, puts it up, and draws the foul, it looks like. 5:21 to go here. Plainfield 12, Avon 10. For those of you just joining us, this is the girls' varsity team, as Camille Van will go to the free throw line. She has 4 points on the game. This one is no good. She hit her first 2. So now Van steps to the line for her second. Puts it up, and this one also rims out. So the score remains 12-10. And now we've got a three-pointer there, no good. We're then rebounded by Farrell. Farrell, a 6-foot senior, one of only 2 seniors on this team, Kendall Spears being the other. But they are going to call a foul there. That's going to be against Hopkins, Katrina Hopkins. So now the first free throw, it is up and good. Banked it in. Not a good-looking shot, but it did work. So Farrell now with 3 points there for the Lady Quakers. Puts up her second free throw. It is up, and this one off the rim.
5:05 left to go in the first half of action. Plainfield 13, Avon 10. Foul's going to be on the Quakers. And that's a big one because that puts Plainfield at the line the rest of the first half. So the game will likely now slow to a crawl.
And how tight has this game been? Consider this, the 3-point lead is the largest margin of lead for either team in this game after nearly a quarter and a half of action. And now we got Leah Bode stepping to the line for the Lady Orioles. She puts it up, and it is good. 13-11 your score now. So now Bode tries to make it a 1-point game. She puts it up and no good, off the rim. And a struggle for the loose ball. It goes out to
Plainfield.
Yes, it does.
That was some nice effort there. I believe that was Ollinger in there on the play.
Yes, and now we've got for Avon. I'm sorry, for Plainfield. Got Riley Blackwell with the ball now. We've got now inside there to Blackwell, and we got a foul against Avon. That's going to be on number Bailey. That's going to number 21 Bailey Wool. She's a 5'5" senior. Now inbounded into to Peters, who puts it up, and she draws the foul. I'm sorry, not to Peters, to Farrell. So now that's going to go against Leah Bode. That is her second foul, team third. And the first free throw is up, no good, bounces twice on the rim. So Kia Farrell now puts up her second free throw attempt, and this one is also no good. So it remains a 2-point game, 13-11. And now they had Angel Gino. Gino is their last name, by the way, hyphenated. They had her wide open, but she missed it, and it goes out of bounds to Plainfield. So now knocked away, though, and Avon gets a steal. They'll have a chance to tie or go ahead with a three. Van will bring it down again. Goes over to Shelley on the right perimeter. Passes over to Hopkins. Now back to Rogers at the top of the key. Now Rogers takes it over and then goes it to Shelley and puts up a three, but there's a travel call. So 4:01 to go here in the exactly 4 minutes to go in the first half. Avon being surprisingly competitive, trailing your Lady Quakers by only 2 points, 13-11. Riley Blackwell, and now we've got a short shot that's banked and we hit the rim and Winterai out of bounds to Plainfield, and we got a timeout here. Timeout Plainfield.
All right, let's take a moment to thank our sponsors. 13-11 our score. We shall return here on AudioSportsOnline.com. Raymond's Alignment Service, auto and truck repair center since 1995, is located at 3828 Clarks Creek Road in Plainfield. Their phone number is 838-7112. Rockstar Pizza is located at 922 East Main Street in Brownsburg. Their phone number is 858-1188. Rockstar Pizza has pizzas, oven-baked subs, wings, salads, and more. A menu can be found at their website, rockstarpizza.net. Rockstar Pizza is a proud supporter of Hendricks County High School basketball. Stoops Buick and GMC in Plainfield on Highway 267 is also a proud supporter of this Plainfield basketball broadcast. Westside Plumbing, Heating, and Air offers residential heating and air conditioning maintenance, repair, and replacement. Their phone number is 445-8399. More information can be found at westsideplumbing.net. Westside Plumbing, Heating, and Air is a supporter of WYRZ Community Radio.
Back here at Plainfield, we're about to resume play. 3:45 to go here in the second quarter, with your 10th-ranked Plainfield Lady Quakers leading the visiting Avon Orioles by a score. And we got a steal here, but the ball is knocked away. But anyway, Plainfield is leading Avon by a score of 13-11. The teams have never been separated by more than 3 points. Avon actually led for much of the first quarter before the Lady Quakers came back, and now they've got a 4-point lead there on a lay-in by Riley Blackwell, who managed to get open on the inbounds pass. Blackwell has 10 points to lead the Quakers. But now, wasted opportunity.
Yeah, that was Katrina Hopkins that got behind everybody there.
Yeah, but the pass was way overthrown. Yeah, had they gotten it to her, she would have had an easy lay-in. Nevertheless, 4-point lead for the Lady Quakers, and they're trying to add to it. It's the first time there's been a two-possession lead of the game for either team. So now a three-pointer by Kayla Castile, and she swishes it. That's the first three-pointer made by either team tonight. And the Lady Quakers threatening to break this game open now with a 7-point lead. So 2:56 to go, and it looks like Avon's taking a full timeout, trying to keep this game from slipping away. They've had a lead for much of the way, but now.
Well, let's take another timeout and thank our sponsors. 18-11, our score.
More than 2 decades, Wicker Construction has handled building, remodeling, and insurance repairs. Their phone number is 839-8353. Wings Etc. is located at 1818 East Main Street in Plainfield. Their menu can be seen at wingsetc.com. Their phone number is 406-3250.
Well, back here at Plainfield, we're getting ready to resume play. Your Lady Quakers, 10th-ranked team in the state, have overcome a slow start. They actually trailed for much of the first half. Now they've broken open a 7-point lead against the visiting Avon Orioles, and now Avon has the ball, getting ready to inbounds after taking a timeout. Following that 3-point field goal by Kayla Castile, the first three-pointer made of the game. Castile, a 5'8 junior. Once again, only 2 seniors on Plainfield. And now Avon struggling to get it in, but they do. Shelley gets it and brings it up. But she'll take it back, and she's fouled. Looks like a reach in there on Samantha Ollinger. One of 2 sophomores on this team. Ollinger, 5'7".
Now the issue for Plainfield, they're in the Avon's in the bonus, so every foul Plainfield commits until the end of the half, it's free throws for Avon.
Yes, it is. So now Sarah Shelley puts it up, and it is no good. Misses the front end of a 1-and-1, and that's got to be tough when you're a girl and you have basically when your last name sounds like a girl's first name, Sarah Shelley. It's like you're just like you hear that and you just wonder what her last name is, But anyway, 2:50 to go now here in the second quarter. Plainfield threatening to break this game open. And now we've got Farrell gets it over to who was that? Was that Blackwell again?
Yes.
Okay, Blackwell. Yeah, Blackwell with 12 points now to lead the way for Avon. She's winning this game by herself. She has 12 of the 20 points, and now a missed three-pointer and goes out of bounds to Plainfield. So, yeah, Blackwell having an excellent game. She is a 6'1" junior, so they're excited about having her back next season. So now they throw inside to Blackwell. She pitches out to Kendall Spears, who draws a foul. Spears, one of 2 seniors on this team. She's 5'6", and she will be going to the free throw line.
Well, Plainfield leads at 20-11, 2:07 left to play in the first half. I'm Rob Kendall. Your play-by-play announcer for this game is Lex Zorn. And don't forget, we'll have varsity action coming up for you next here on AudioSportsOnline.com and also WYRZ 98.9.
So now Kendall Spears hits that free throw. She's now the 5th Lady Quaker to score, and her second one is no good. So 2:04 to go now. It's a first double-figure lead of the game. The Lady Orioles fighting to stay in it. Put up a 3 from the left side, no good. And it got a foul on the
jump ball.
Oh, I thought it was over the back, but no, they're going to call it a jump ball, and the possession arrow favors the Lady Orioles. 1:53 to go.
A lot of jump balls in this game tonight so far, Leck. A lot of jump balls.
Indeed, yes. So now Shelley will inbounds. She's looking. She throws it to Van into the backcourt, who takes it. Bring it up now over to the right perimeter and pitches over. And we got a three-pointer from the right side. It is no good off the rim. And Avon, Shelley does manage to come down with the rebound. 1:38 to go now. Patches it over to Van. Nearly loses control, but keeps it. Now back to Shelley, who throws it inside to Rogers, who puts it up and hits it. So Ariana Rogers with 6 points to lead the Lady Orioles. They cut the lead to 8, 21-13, 1:18 to go here in the first half. Plainfield in this boys-girls varsity doubleheader. So now Castile at the ball inside to Blackwell. Turns around, throws it over to Samantha Melton. Back over to Castile. And now inside to Blackwell, who puts up a hook shot and is fouled.
1:01 to play in the first half. 21-13. Plainfield with the lead. They'll go to the line trying to add to the lead.
So that's the first foul of the game on Ariana Rogers, the leading scorer in this game for Avon. So now Riley Blackwell steps to the free throw line. Her first free throw is up and no good off the back of the rim. 1:01 to go here in the first half. A very special event here the day before Thanksgiving at Plainfield. And now Blackwell's second free throw is up, and it is good, giving her a game-high 13 as Van brings it up under a minute to go now. Avon was surprisingly competitive in the first half. Now the game's starting to slip away in the second half, but they're not out of it yet, and we've got a foul here with 51.3 to go.
Yeah, foul away from the ball, and that's going to – it was a moving screen, so that'll give the ball back to Plainfield with 51 seconds to go.
Yes, indeed. 51.3, and now we've got Kia Farrell inbounding for the Lady Quakers. Throws it into Blackwell. Very good ball handler for her size, 6'1". And now throws it inside to Blackwell, puts it up, and it rolls in. So 15 points now.
I'll tell you what, Blackwell's played a great game so far.
Yes, indeed. So now 28 seconds to go, and we've got Gino with the ball. It's knocked away, though, and picked up by Farrell.
And it looks like Kurt Benj is telling them to play for one shot.
Yes, 16 seconds to go now. Spears with the ball inside to Blackwell. And now we got a three-pointer by Castile, and she sinks it. So Kayla Castile with 5 seconds to go. And now inbounds to Van with 1 second left. She puts up a half-court shot, and it is no good. So we go to the locker rooms with your 10th-ranked Plainfield Lady Quakers on their way to a 7-0 start. They lead the arch-rival Avon Lady Orioles by a score of 27-13.
Yeah, let's take a moment. We'll catch our breath, and then we'll be back with halftime in the second half here on AudioSportsOnline.com.
Cerrito, offering Mexican food in Plainfield, Indy, and Avon since 2013. They're located at 140 Perry Road in Plainfield. Hendricks County Estate Buyers, on the corner of Odell and East Main Street in Brownsburg, buys gold, silver, coins, and more. They also deal in complete estate and household liquidations. More information can be found at HendricksCountyEstateBuyers.com or by calling Justin at 286-3652. Impact Restoration, providing restoration for fire, flood, wind, and hail damage. Their phone number is 268-6375. Presswick Pet Sitters has provided in-home pet care for over 20 years in Plainfield, Avon, and Danville. Their website is PresswickPetSitters.com, and phone number is 745-9900. Raymond's Alignment Service, auto and truck repair center since 1995, is located at 3828 Clarks Creek Road in Plainfield. Their phone number is 838-7112. Rockstar Pizza is located at 922 East Main Street in Brownsburg. Their phone number is 858-1188. Rockstar Pizza has pizzas, oven-baked subs, wings, salads, and more. A menu can be found at their website, rockstarpizza.net. Rockstar Pizza is a proud supporter of Hendricks County High School basketball. Stoops Buick and GMC in Plainfield on Highway 267 is also a proud supporter of this Plainfield basketball broadcast. Westside Plumbing, Heating, and Air offers residential heating and air conditioning maintenance, repair, and replacement. Their phone number is 445-8399. More information can be found at westsideplumbing.net. Westside Plumbing, Heating, and Air is a supporter of WYRZ Community Radio. For more than 2 decades, Wicker Construction has handled building, remodeling, and insurance repairs. Their phone number is 839-8353. Wings Etc. is located at 1818 East Main Street in Plainfield. Their menu can be seen at wingsetc.com. Their phone number is 406-3250.
Back here at Plainfield, we're at halftime where your Plainfield Lady Quakers had an outstanding second quarter to take a 27-13 halftime lead over the visiting Avon Lady Orioles in the first game of this boys-girls varsity doubleheader. At the end of the first quarter, Avon actually led 10-8. You know, the Lady Orioles entered the game 0-4, but came to play and had that 2-point lead. But then the second quarter margin was an extraordinary 19-3 in favor of Plainfield as they seek to move to 7-0. Let's look at this scoring recap. Riley Blackwell leads the way for all scorers. She has 15. Then Kayla Castile has 6, coming on 2 3-pointers. Kia Farrell has 3. Indira Peters has 2, and Kendall Spears has 1. For the Avon Orioles, Ariana Rogers leads the way. She has 6 points, followed by Camille Van with 4, Bailey Wool with 2, and Leah Bode with 1. So, 6:51 to go on the halftime clock. Those of you just joining us, this is a very special event. In fact, I believe the remaining 9 dates for Plainfield the remaining 9 home dates for Plainfield boys basketball are scheduled to be varsity, junior varsity doubleheaders. This is the exception. This is a boys-girls varsity doubleheader. And so it's great for these girls to be getting a look getting a look from people who ordinarily don't follow or attend the girls' games, because this is a first-class team. They're not only ranked number 10 in the state with a 6-0 record and an average margin of victory of 16 a game, but they actually have only 2 seniors, and their top player, Riley Blackwell, 6'1", dominating inside force, only a junior. So as good as these girls are now, they should be even better a year from now. So anyway, later tonight, we're going to have the season opening game for the boys. Like I said, this is game number 7 for the girls, but it's going to be number 1 for the boys. They've been steadily improving every year here in the coaching era of Andy Weaver. He inherited a team that went to 1-20 the year before he got here, losing by an average of 18 points a game. Last year, the Quakers were only they lost by only 9 points a game on average. So you cut it in half in 3 years, and this year they returned their entire starting lineup. So definitely, it's a team that's programmed. That definitely a team that's primed for a big improvement this year. Trying to have their first winning season since 2009, and so now after a lot of very competitive losses last year, those are the type of games that Plainfield is hopeful they're going to be winning this year. Now that they have so much more experience, when you have a really close, really tightly competitive game, most of the time the winner is going to be the team that's most experienced. So when you have a young team, you usually take a lot of lumps. You lose a lot of games that you feel you should have won, but a lot of times you learn from that, and it makes you tougher. So this is a really there's a lot of optimism surrounding this program now, as we are just about maybe 45 minutes away from tipping off this new season for the boys. And hopefully they'll also be inspired by the girls' success. They look like they're well on their way to 7-0, And 3.5 minutes to go now on the time clock. And I'll tell you, I'm really impressed by the selection of the pep band. It's mainly I'm 44, and they're mainly playing songs from my generation more than of these kids' generation. So it's good to hear that these young kids are getting exposed to some of these classics. We have, I'd say, in the neighborhood of 500 people here already. We should have, a lot more than that by the time the boys' game starts. But, a lot of times the girls' games, they have only a few dozen, maybe a couple hundred people at most. So it's great for these 10th-ranked Lady Quakers to be playing under this size of a crowd. It's so good to see so many lovely people out here tonight. We would especially like to welcome all the representatives of Indiana's law enforcement community who have chosen to join us at Plainfield High School at this time. And now, with 2:37 to go here in the half, we got the Lady Quakers are already out here warming up. Avon has not returned to the floor yet. And, I'll tell you, in the first quarter, Plainfield made 3 or 4 errant, ill-advised passes. And it seemed like during one of the timeouts, obviously, I can't hear what Coach Binge is saying, but you can bet he really made a point to address that issue. And the ball handling got much better in the second quarter, and that led to that extraordinary 19-3 margin that has the Lady Quakers well on their way to improving to 7-0. So now the under 2 minutes to go on the clock. But anyway, though, first half definitely, especially the second quarter, was the Riley Blackwell show. Certainly showed why she's a big-time college prospect. One of the better, one of the best centers I've seen come through here in Central Indiana in the last several years. So you can bet 2 years from now she's going to be playing at a very fine Division I school. And of course, obviously, this area, has been known to, put out a lot of blue chip girls basketball players the last few years. Katie Douglas, Shanna Zolman, Allison Bales, Taya Reimer now up at Notre Dame. And now less than a minute to go, and Avon is just now starting to return to the court. So they are undoubtedly getting some good instructions from their head coach, Jason Young, who I believe is with his first season. No, I'm sorry, that's...
He's the boys' coach.
Boys' coach, yeah. So the Avon's girls' coach, Jason Haid. And I apologize. I'm still learning these rosters because I just learned a few minutes before tip-off we were doing this game instead of the boys' JV. But nevertheless, it's exciting to have a top 10 team here before us right now, especially with a marquee player such as Riley Blackwell. 15 seconds now on the shot clock. The Lady Quakers have already taken the floor to begin the half. Looks like they're going to be starting with, let's see, who do we have here? We're going to have Schurig, Castile, and now finally Avon's taking their place on the floor. Also Farrell, Blackwell, and who else is? I cannot. Looks like that's Kendall Spears. So they've set the 8 minutes off on the clock, and now Avon still actually has not sent their starting five onto the. Well, looks like they're taking some last-minute instructions from their coach. And it looks like there's some confusion there because the head coach, or one of the coaches for Avon, was talking to one of the officials.
It's who's got the ball. I think that's what they're talking about is whose ball.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So now the Lady Orioles starting five for the second half takes the place. So now if you're Plainfield, you just got to keep on doing what you did in that second quarter and just don't let the Lady Orioles back in it. You outscored them by 19-3, so just don't let them think that they have a chance to get back in it now as Schurig brings the ball up, passes over, and now it passes inside to Farrell, back outside now to Spears, over to Schurig on the right perimeter. Now it passes cross court to Spears, inside to Blackwell. Now gets a wide open Schurig, who puts up a three, and it is no good off the rim. But Blackwell puts it back up and in, and she's fouled.
So hoop in the harm, good start for the Quakers to begin the second half.
Yes, indeed. I'm sorry, that was Kayla Castile, by the way. Sorry, that was Kayla Castile who hit it. So they're going to get Leah Bode on the foul, and now it is up and it is good. So a 17-point lead now, 30 to 13, as Kayla Castile has 9 points now for Plainfield, second on the team behind Blackwell. So now there's a double team and a loose ball here, but we got a jump ball, and the possession arrow favors Avon. So 7:18 to go. Plainfield 30, Avon 13. So now Rogers checking back in for Avon. I'm surprised that she didn't start the half. Maybe they just wanted to, give her a little extra time off because of the two fouls. So they're going to need her probably if they're going to have a chance to get back in this game. But now Shelley throws inside to Rogers, back out to Shelley. And now we got a three-pointer from the top of the key. No good. And a rebound, though, by Peters, who puts it up and in. No, will it count, though?
Travel.
No.
No basket.
So they wave it off. Nice effort, though, by Indira Peters. So 7 minutes even to go now for the Lady Quakers. Now Blackwell inside to Spears. Now Schurig has it on the top of the key, back out to Spears. Inside to Blackwell, puts up a short hook shot. No good. But the rebound, Farrell puts it in.
Nice second effort that time, and 2 more points for the Lady Quakers.
Yes, indeed. So that's 5 points now for Farrell. And now Peters now on the other end for Avon. She stops dribble, now throws out to Van, back out to Peters, and she loses control of it, but Shelley gets it, and it's all tied up. Jump ball, possession arrow favors Plainfield.
6:18 to play, third quarter, 32-13 our score. Plainfield over Avon. I'm Rob Kendall. Your play-by-play man for the evening is Lek Zorn. Lek, back at it.
So now Schurig will bring it up for the Quakers with a 19-point lead, trying to pull away. And now as it on the left perimeter, gives it over to Olinger. Now over to Spears, back over to Schurig, who drives to the lane, and it is knocked out of bounds. But I think they're going to get get Avon for a foul. 32-13 in favor of Plainfield. So it's going to be that's going to be on Hopkins there. And Schurig on the free throw is good. That's her first point of the game. Blakely Schurig becomes the 6th Lady Quaker to score. And her second free throw is also up and good. So 34-13 now. It looks like Plainfield has a firm grip on this game. But now Camille Van finds herself all wide open, but she misses the uncontested layup. And it's knocked out of bounds to Avon. The Lady Quakers momentarily fell asleep there on defense. So now Schurig will bring it up for Plainfield, and her pass is deflected. She tried to hit to Castile.
Say out of bounds off Plainfield, so it'll be Avon ball.
5:43 to go here. Avon needs something very quickly if they're going to get back in this. So now Camille Van brings it up and puts it up no good off the rim. And so Farrell gets it and gives it over to Schurig. Now over to Spears, back to Schurig, back to Spears. She takes it to the basket, loses control. But who was that? Farrell got it, and she draws the foul.
Be 2 shots for Farrell. 5:16 to play, third quarter. Those of you tuning in, our varsity game boys varsity game, I should say, will follow the girls varsity. 34-13. 34-13 in favor of the Quakers.
So Kia Farrell's first free throw, it is up, and it is no good off the back of the rim. So, anyway, 5:16 to go here in the third quarter here. Avon, the 10th ranked team in the state, on their way to 7-0, as Farrell's second free throw is up, also off the back of the rim, no good. So their lead remains 21. Now Plainfield brings it up. Gino has the ball. Drives and tries to hit Rogers. She bobbles it but gets it up. Puts up a shot, blocked, gets her own rebound. Posts up. Now pitches back out. Gives it back to Rogers, who now throws out to the top of the key, but she travels. Rogers traveled. So 4:50 to go now. 4:54 to go here in the third quarter at Plainfield. It's the 7th game of the season for the Quakers, but it will be the first it's the 7th for the Lady Quakers. It will be the first for the Boy Quakers. And now Shelley gets a steal there for Avon, brings it up, and now gives it over to Gino. Gino tries to find Rogers, but it's deflected out of bounds to Plainfield. 4:38 to go now. And so now Castile inbounds to Samantha Ollinger, the 5'7" sophomore. Back to Castile. Now, and its pass is almost stolen by Rogers, but I think they're going to get her for a foul. Clock stops with 4:31 to go. Yes, that is going to be on Ariana Rogers, who's the leading scorer for Avon with 6 points. That is her third points, and that is her third foul, and now she will sit down. She is replaced by... Hold that thought. And now errant pass there. It's stolen there by Dishman, who brings it down for Avon, and she is fouled. It is Katrina Hopkins, by the way, who is in the game now to replace Rogers. So now Blackwell with only her second foul of the game. And now it will be Kelsey Dishman, a 5'9" sophomore, going to the line. Her first free throw is up, and it is good.
4:21 left to play here in the third quarter. It's now 34-14, 20-point lead for Plainfield.
So Dishman becomes the fifth Lady Oriole to score in this game. Her second free throw is up, and it is also good, bringing your score to 34-15. So now Castile with the ball, now over to Delaney Kindle, into the game, back over to Ollinger, and looks like now inside to Ollinger, and three-pointer put up, no good, rebounded, no, it's going to be out of bounds to Plainfield. So now it looks like they're starting to rest some of the starters here, although Blackwell still is in the game. And now Castile puts up a short hook shot that goes. So Castile with 11, becoming the second double-figure scorer of the game. 3:38 to go and counting here in the third quarter. 36-15, Plainfield leads, on their way to 7-0. So now Shelley over to Peters. Over to Camille Van, fakes a three, drives, and now passes over to Dishman, but it hits off her legs. And now Plainfield brings it back up. Ollinger with the ball over to, now inside to Blackwell, who's wide open for her 16th and 17th points of the game to lead the game. Her first points of the half, though. So now Avon takes a timeout, a full timeout, with 3:09 to go, and your Lady Quakers, 10th ranked team in the state, looking to move up in the rankings. Their average margin of victory this year has been 16 points, but they lead Avon by 23 now here. 3:09 to go here in the third quarter. So Riley Blackwell and Kayla Castile, the two double-figure scores. Blackwell with 17, Castile 11, including a couple of threes. And then for Avon, Ariana Rogers leads the way with 6. So definitely good sign for the Lady Quakers. It looks like they're going to have a very happy Thanksgiving. They have a week to think about this before they got that big showdown on the east side a week from tonight against the mighty Cathedral Lady Fighting Irish. So now the teams return to the floor after that timeout. Avon needs something very quickly if they're going to have any chance to come back here.
3:09 left to play in the third quarter. It's 38-15 in favor of the Quakers.
Yeah, and the thing, they just don't have any answer for Blackwell. That's, one of the big factors tonight. So now Stolen there, and now Hopkins with the ball. Now gives it to Schurig, who misses the three. And now Van gets the rebound. She brings it up. And she was very active in the first half, hasn't done a lot in the second half. And now gives the ball over to Dishman, and we got a foul there. It's going to be against, I believe that's going to be against, it's going to be against Olinger. That will be her third foul of the game with 2:42 to go here in the third quarter. Avon actually led, believe it or not, at the end of the first quarter, but it's been all Plainfield ever since. And now he's got another steal by... and sure brings it up, gives it to Spears, back out to Peters. Now gives it to Peters on the top of the key, over to, and we got a near steal there, and it's going to be all tied up. No, Avon does get the steal. Somebody got it, gave it to Van, who takes it down and draws the foul with 2:15 to go. Camille Van had 4 points in the first quarter, but has been shut out since. But now she will go to the free throw line. Her team now down by 23, though. Her first free throw is up, and it is good.
$2:15 to play in the third.
Yeah, Rogers back into the game now for Avon, and Van's second one is also up and good. So she has 6 points now to tie for the team lead. 2:13 to go now. So now on the other end of the floor, Peters with the ball, and we've got a whistle here. I'm not sure what the timeout Plainfield. 30-second timeout. Well, I'll tell you, it's been amazing. It was 10-8 in favor of Avon at the end of the first, but since then it's been a 30-7 advantage for your Lady Quakers, showing why they're a top 10 team. And they've been a consistently winning team under Kurt Binge, and now in his 21st season. But this year they're going to try to get some of that elusive postseason success. The Lady Quakers going for their first sectional championship since 2006. And now inbounding the ball, we've got Spears now, passes it over to Kindle. And so now Kindle with the ball on the right perimeter. She throws inside to Kindle, who gives it over to Olinger, puts up a three, no good. And Peters comes with the rebound. Now we got three-pointer by Schurig, no good. This time Avon gets the rebound. And so Van will bring it up. It was Leah Bode who got it. So now gives it to Ariana Rogers, but she loses control of it. Knocked out of bounds to Avon, 1:28 to go. I'll tell you, I hate it when you have on a basketball team or in any sports teams where you have one player who has a certain first name and then another player who has that last name. It just so screws up your commentary. Like the Pacers, they have Paul George and George Hill, Plainfield has Delaney Kindle and Kindle Spears, so I'll try not to get them confused with each other. But anyway, Leah Bode now with the ball. Throws over to Dishman, misses a layup. And now Castile comes with the rebound, brings it up herself, gives it over to Olinger. Now we hits Spears for a wide-open three, but it's no good, out of bounds to Plainfield with 1:10 to go here in the third quarter. Plainfield clinging to a 21-point lead, and it's been a dominant performance after a subpar first quarter. So now off the inbounds pass, three-pointer, no good. And I believe only 2 3-pointers, and we got a foul there. So Van was fouled on the rebound. But, yeah, only 2 3-pointers have been hit the entire game by either team, both by Kayla Castile of Plainfield, who has 11 points overall. And now Rogers with the ball, hands it over to Van. A minute to go in the third quarter. Van double-teamed, throws over across court, and they might not get it past the 10-second line. Yeah, they got a 10-second violation. Excellent defense there by the Quakers. It's been one of the big stories of the game tonight. So 53.3 to go here in the quarter. And now Olinger brings it up, gives it over to Spears. Inside now back to Spears. It loses control, and it's picked up by Plainfield. We got, it looks like Bailey Wool bringing it up now, gives it over to Van, who dribbles over to the right side of the court. Throws across court, and it is knocked out of bounds to Avon. 29.5 to go here in the quarter. Plainfield leading by 23. It's been a dominant performance. So now Bailey Wool giving it over to Camille Van. 27 seconds to go now. On the other side of the court, over to Dishman. Puts up a three. Now the rebound is put up and in by Leah Bode. So she has 3 points now, and the score's 38-19. And now Melton handling the ball now gives it over to Spears. Now over to Olinger. Gives it over to Castile. Puts up another three. This one no good to the left of the rim. And that will be the end of the third quarter. So we enter the fourth quarter here at Plainfield with your Lady Quakers with a comfortable lead over the arch-rival Avon Orioles, 38-19.
Getting ready to start the fourth quarter here on Audio Sports Online. For those of you tuning in, what will happen in between if you're watching on Audio Sports Online, we'll stop the stream, and then you can refresh your browser, give it about a minute or so, and we'll be in the pregame for the boys. We'll have a little bit of an extended pregame because this girls' game is running long, so that's what will happen. Those of you tuning in tonight, normally we'll be bringing you JV games before the varsity, but due to the fact that the girls and boys play back-to-back JV in the auxiliary gym tonight, you're getting the girls' game first.
Not only that, but another thing to remember about the starting time. Remember the varsity games, they're 32 minutes as opposed to 24 for the JV, so that's, that's another 8 minutes of basketball we had in the first half of the doubleheader, so that's pushing the start time of the boys' game back a little more also as the fans continue to file into the gym here at Plainfield for the season-opening boys' game. But anyway, if you're an Avon fan, other than a shaky first quarter, if you're a Plainfield fan, other than a shaky first quarter, you've got to feel really good. It's been, a dominant performance by the Lady Quakers. And they've played tenacious defense all night long and really taken the Lady Orioles out of the game after a surprisingly strong first quarter. So now Van handles the ball to start the fourth quarter. Gives it over to Dishman on the right perimeter. Throws inside to Bode, puts it up, and it is good. So Bode now suddenly 4 quick points. She has 5 overall, 7:44. Still a 7-point lead for Plainfield, 7:40 to go now. So now Blackwell with the ball. She's the leading scorer, though she's been quiet in the second half. Spears with the ball over to Castile. Now Castile drives, and she is fouled, headed to the basket. So 7:27 to go. That's going to be on Bailey Wool, her third foul. And now Kayla Castile will go to the free throw line again. Her first one is up, and it is good. Pushing the lead back up to 18.
Well, I want to say hello to Shane Ray back in the WIRZ studios. He'll be monitoring the ball game tonight for our FM radio simulcast. So hello to Shane. I know he is now monitoring us, getting ready to produce the
now
boys'
a
game.
Three-pointer there, good there by Dishman. She has 5 now. First three-pointer made, I believe, by Avon the whole game. 39-24 your score here. 5-1 advantage in the quarter for Avon as we hit the 7-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. So now I got another steal there, and it's tied up though. Nearly a steal there by Hopkins. So definitely ball handling was an issue, a problem for the Lady Quakers in the first quarter, now becoming so here in the fourth quarter again. You got to make sure that you don't get lax just because you have a big lead. So now Blackwell gets it on the inside, pitches out, and now we got a three-pointer from the corner, no good, but it is rebounded there by Farrell. Now inside to Blackwell. She pitches out, and now Blackwell gets it again. This time she loses control, and Hopkins comes away with it. Katarina Hopkins and now gives it to Camille Van, who puts up a sloppy hook shot, no good, and rebounded there by Blackwell. 17 points in the game, though only 2 in this half. 6:15 to go now. And we've got on the right perimeter, we've got a foul here as Schurig had the ball.
6:06 to play in the fourth quarter, 39-24 our score. Again, remind you, if you're tuning in for the boys' game, a little bit late getting started tonight due to the triple header in this gym, triple header in another gym. And what will happen in between these games is we will stop the stream when this game is over, allows us to save the video to be posted. And then we'll restart things. We will, in the near future after that, team up with our friends at WYRZ Radio 98.9, and then we'll bring you basketball. Leck and I are going to switch seats too, but that's of no bearing to you.
Yeah. So anyway, now let's see. So Hopkins inbounds to Van with 6:04 to go here in the quarter. Van brings it up methodically. Avon down by 15. If they are going to make a move, they got to do it now. So Shelley with the ball on the left perimeter. Now gives over to Dishman, back over to Hopkins, back over to Dishman, inside to Rogers, back out to Dishman, puts up a three, hits it, swish.
Well, that makes the game a little bit more competitive, 39-27 now.
So an 8-1 run to start the half by Plainfield. Now they miss shot. Avon gets the ball. They have a chance to make it interesting here. This game is not over yet. I really thought it was a couple of minutes ago, but now we've had a nice run by the Orioles here. So now Van takes it in herself and hits it. So she has 8 points now to lead the team. And we got a timeout. Coach Binge cannot be happy about this. A 10-1 run by the Lady Orioles to start off this half in less than 3 minutes, and they are back in this game. I was expecting, Coach Binge might stick with the starters a minute or two, and then the first dead ball, put in the subs. But now it's not an option. It looks like so. Anyway, now we've got suddenly Camille Van has 8, Kelsey Dishman has 8 to lead. Followed by Rogers with 6. So definitely, you got to give Avon all the credit in the world. I thought they were done, but they fought back. To use Rocky terminology, eye of the tiger. And they've had a never say die attitude. They're playing with the confidence they were when they started this game, believing they could come in and pull off the upset. They're still down by 10, so but you got to give them all the credit in the world for not folding. So now, for Avon, 5:07 to go. We got Blackwell with the ball, throws inside to Castile, and it's knocked away, and now Avon can make it a single-digit game. We got Van handling the ball at the top of the key, over to, and now it looks like Dishman stepped on the line there. She lost her balance going for trying to field that pass. So good break for the Quakers. Hopefully for them that will be the momentum-breaking play for Avon. So now inside to Blackwell, puts it back up to Spears, who nails a jump shot, 2-pointer. So Spears now has 3 points. And now we've got a and now got Leah Bode coming now back in for Rogers for Avon. I believe the ball was knocked out of bounds to Avon, or to Plainfield, excuse me. So now Indira Peters with the ball, and it's knocked out of bounds to Plainfield. So now Farrell sitting down, and Farrell coming into the game for Peters.
4:22 left to play in the ball game, Malek.
Yep. So now Olinger has the ball, passes over to Spears inside to Blackwell. Now back out to Olinger, puts up a three, no good. Rebounded though by Farrell, who puts it up, and she draws the foul with 4:06 to go, and her team with a 12-point lead.
41-29, and this was a game that seemed like it was over probably to a lot of people about 5 minutes ago, but Avon fought hard. They got it down to what, 8 or 9?
They got it down to 10, but they went on a 10-1 run to start the quarter, so it's very impressive. So now as the first field goal by Farrell, the first free throw by Farrell, no good. She puts up her second, and it is good. Farrell with 6 now for the Lady Quakers. They have a 13-point lead now, a 3-0 run since the 10-1 run by Avon to start the quarter. But Van gets a wide-open layup, and she hits it. So Camille Van becomes the first double-figure scorer for Avon tonight. They still trail 42-31, 3:46 to go. Now we got a near steal there by Shelley, but she fouled Blackwell, who I guess will go to the line. 3:43 to go now. Blackwell, who leads all scorers with 17. Foul is on Sarah Shelley. That is only her first.
Yeah, it's really going to come down to here over the next minute. If Plainfield can hit their free throws, this should be an easy win for them.
And now the first free throw no good is rebounded there by Rogers. Van brings it up and brings it inside the lane. Now backs out near midcourt. Now throws over to Dishman on the right perimeter. Over to Rogers. Free throw line jumper. No good. Rebounded by controlled by Spears. She'll bring it up. 3:22 to go. And barring a collapse, Plainfield should be able to pull away with this now.
Yeah, let's see if they don't try to run some clock here, Leck. Obviously the clock, well, as soon as I say that.
Yeah, wide open there by Blackwell, who hits it. So she has 19 now to lead all scorers. So 3:04 to go now, and a 13-point lead for the Lady Quakers. Under 3 minutes now. And Van throws up to throws the ball up. She didn't throw up. She threw the ball up. Bailey Wold now with the ball. Now a cross-court pass to Dishman, who goes into the lane now, finds a wide open Hopkins, who drains a three.
That'll cut the lead to 10, 44-34 with 2:35 to play in the game.
Yes, indeed. And Hopkins, that's her first points of the game. And so 2:25 to go now, a 10-point lead. I'll tell you, every time it looks like and now we got a foul there against Van. But every time it looks like Avon is dead, they make a big play and come back. You got to give them all the credit in the world. 19 points through the first 3 quarters, 15 here in the first 6 minutes of the fourth quarter. And now we got a free throw there that's up and good by I believe that's Olinger, which would make it her first point of the game.
Again, invite everybody to stick around. Coming up, we're going to stop the stream, reset ourselves. Leck and I are going to switch positions. We're going to change some other equipment around, and then coming up, it'll be Plainfield varsity basketball on audiosportsonline.com. As they play host to the Avon Orioles. We will simulcast that broadcast on 98.9 FM WYRZ.
By the way, that was Kayla Castile on the free throws. I apologize for that. But now Camille Van gives it over to Shelley. Inside to Rogers, back to Shelley. Over to Van at the top of the key. She dribbles now. Now passes over to Shelley, back to Van. 1:49 to go, though, so they don't have time to waste. Spending a little too much time here. Shelley here on the top of the key puts up a three, swishes it. So Shelley with her first points of the game. And now it's a single-digit lead for the first time. It's a single-digit lead for the first time since the second quarter now. So give Avon all the credit. And we've got a foul here. Van has fouled. She's fouled Castile now. So 46-37 your score as Kayla Castile hits her first free throw, pushing the lead back to double figures.
Yeah, as long as they hit their free throws here, Leck, there is basically nothing that Avon can do in terms of coming back in this game.
And Kayla Castile is not the one you want to foul. She has 16 now. Second on the Lady Quakers in scoring, and there Avon takes a timeout, full timeout with 1:21 to go. Your Plainfield Lady Quakers struggling here in the fourth quarter, but nevertheless looks like they're on their way to starting off 7-0. They lead the Avon Orioles by a score of 48-37.
Hendricks County.
Well, we remind everybody, coming up here in just a few short minutes, we'll have the varsity basketball game here on audiosportsonline.com as well as WYRZ 98.9. Minute 22 to play in this one. It's 48-37 your score. Plainfield with the lead.
So I'll tell you, it's really been a tale of, really two games here. In the first and the fourth quarter, Avon was surprisingly competitive, played about even with Plainfield, but in the second and third quarters, it was just almost total domination by the Lady Quakers, showing why they're the number 10 ranked team in the state. But if you're coach, Kurt Binge, what you got to make sure is that, in the future, they come to play for all four quarters. There's some teams you can get away with, a couple of off quarters against, but, you're not going to beat everybody that way. So now Shelley with the ball loses it, and Spears picks it up. 1:07 to go now.
And Plainfield could salt this one away if they should choose, and it looks like maybe that's their approach, Leck.
Yes, it looks so, and Avon's going to have to foul. And of course, there's no shot clock here in high school ball. So now they do foul. I believe they're going to get Van for the foul on Spears. That's Camille Van's fourth foul. She had some very effective moments tonight, and is the only double-figure scorer for the Lady Orioles. So the first free throw by Spears is up, and it is good. And now second one is up, and it is also good. So two in a row by Kendall Spears, and it is 50-37, 51 seconds to go now. Camille Van brings it up. Looks to the sideline for instructions. Now over to Shelley, back over to Van. Back over to Shelley, 40 seconds to go. Now a three-pointer there on the left side. No good by Dishman. Blackwell gets the rebound, 32 seconds left, and that should do it. They very well could run out the rest of the clock unless the Lady Orioles choose to foul, which so far they haven't. 23 seconds to go.
We will have a very abbreviated post-game show being good night, good luck. And then we'll stop and get everything set to go for our FM simulcast.
So a quick recap, 12 seconds to go now is basically Plainfield will go to 7-0 on the season with a 50-37 win. 3 seconds, 2, 1, 0. That's it. So Plainfield, a great win by the Lady Quakers, 10th ranked team of the state. They beat the arch rival Avon Orioles 50-37. Plainfield advances to 7-0. Avon drops to 0-5. Riley Blackwell leads the way with 19 points for the Lady Quakers, followed by Kayla Castile with 16. And Camille Van leads Avon with 10 points. Those were the only 3 double-figure scores in the game. So, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll be back in a few minutes with the boys varsity game. For Rob Kindle, this is Lex Jordan with Audio Sports Online. We'll see you in a few minutes. Till then, don't you go changing.